of course, it's the Windows update. It's always the Windows update's fault. So yeah, as I was saying, welcome back guys. It's the second day of playing through Paranormasight. So yesterday we finished Shoko Okie's path, which is essentially like a prologue or a tutorial of the real game. And today we get to pick 3 different paths here, which I'm pretty sure they'll probably intertwine, and yeah, trying to figure out the mystery behind I guess the curse, I should say. A curse slash blessing as well, because once you obtain enough souls, you can choose to resurrect someone. So yeah, that's why everybody has their motivation of doing so, you know. So yeah, PJ and Swift, how's it going? So what are you having for dinner, PJ? Is it bamboo shoot again? Yeah, that's what I was saying when I was muted because my mic wasn't set properly. And yeah, as the path indicates, I guess I'll probably go with Harue Shigima first, the lady, the hot mama. Then after that you got the detective and then the high school girl. So, and she starts off with this mysterious private detective as well, which is rather interesting. Sticky rice and grilled chicken. Oh, okay. You didn't finish lunch? Wow. You really do eat very little, huh? And yeah, I dropped a message earlier. I was saying how many more hours the countdown. So for you it's what? 4 hours-ish? Yeah, 4 hours, 4.5 hours until Wednesday. Not dreams. Lunch was too much. Really, your mom cooked that much for you, huh? When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Oh, so that's the connection between these two characters. We ordered food and picked up. Oh, okay, so it's not home cooked. No, sauce is good, right? Tomatoes will mock fires, what? Perish in flame, something. Kill them. Kill them! The flame bearers. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire starting device on the cursor. Press the use curse button to set your target alight. Oh, so that's how it works, huh? So if you have fire or something that can start fire, then you can kill them. Okay, let's see. An enduring superstition. As the evening bell rings in Ieicho, near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark street and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fire, all the while striking his one clapper. Then at the sound, another set of clapper answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together, clap clap. The echo answers again, but no matter how hard he searches for the sources of the second pair of the clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. So the cursed power kills by burning one who is in possession of fire or a fire-starting device. Resentful memory. Red, red, red. Everything in dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. So hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned out from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right. I just used the clappers. Clap, clap. Is anyone there? Clap, clap. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of my hands. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell, it feels like May had the split open. Ah, right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I got to do it louder. Clap, clap. Think the game music is a bit loud? Oh, okay. Well, how about now? I think the game music is probably generally quite loud. You might be right. Okay. Oh, is that better now? Actually, let me check the volume. This. Oh crap. Now kill. Much better. Alright. Thanks for letting me know. How's it going, Kev? Good to see you. Okay, here it Curse Bearer. You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Kill them all. I think the like Genshin banners just take over like phase 2. So for NA it should be up soon, or maybe until tomorrow actually. Just got around to doing some game cough Genshin dailies. Yeah, gotta do the dailies. I've already cleared mine. Like in fact, to be honest, I have so much of like those points accumulated. I don't even do any of the dailies anymore. So because all you need to do is just spend the resin, and you can claim it and get the dailies rewards without doing it. So that's how I save time, like in the morning. Back with me, ma'am. Richer is the private eye. There we go. You don't do commissions either, saves a lot of time. Yeah. I usually just spend time like farming a lot of other stuff. Whatever things that I need. Can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I ever seen you really smile. Ooh. Sweet dreams? Haruo Shikima. Housewife. Ah, now we finally get to see the details. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Beach. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remained at large, leading the aggrieved Haruo to call on the service of private investigator Richard Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigema family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigema line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Haruo's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigema clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritized work above all else, it was not long before Haruo's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruo spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. And a few months ago, Haruo's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haruo left to live in a large, empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time, comes in to take care of all the housework, Aria has nothing but time on her hands. Oh. So she doesn't even have like anything to do. But a lovely family. Yeah, it's pretty sad. No, not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. My heart is still racing. This is it, my chance, at long last. Fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I'd rather find a use for it. Rotary phone, that's also pretty old school. This mansion has a private line. Clock. The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual, richer here. Usually it's just me. TV. A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hits the market. He likes to have the latest gadget. Unlike the latest model, there is no remote control. We had it for a long time. But when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Oh, what's this? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before. Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. Oh, it's a rooster. I knew it. It's head honcho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you never heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They are the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dress up like rough and tumble delinquents. Oh yeah. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they won everybody's heart. The story goes that they made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they show up next. They are basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places, this is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh well, that's nice. Kingbird discovered. Collectibles? Oh, it is collectibles. Head honcho approached the net. Ooh, you can see in details. How many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 20 in total. Oh, I didn't read. Popular bird mascot sticker seems to pop up everywhere. Nobody knows who the legendary artist is behind these cookie birds, but they quickly became popular for their surreal yet oddly cute design. But in the right place at the right time in Honjo, and you might just be able to find all 20 of them scattered around. Legend has it collecting them all will bring good luck. Huh. Collectibles? Alright. Stereo. Stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Flower arrangement. Arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. My old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. Chandelier. The lights. The chandelier is the only thing in here that's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. Okay. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They say he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ottawa City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Okay. The eccentric man that Shoko Okia ran into a Honoji bridge. Richard is actually a private investigator in an office in Ota City, Tokyo, after taking on a request from Haruya Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of a son. He get caught up in the events surrounding the resurrection. Once a police officer, Richard was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. He is still in business as a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richard studied alongside Detective Jun Irio at the police academy. Oh, really? The young guy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerism, Richard excels at covert investigation and telling his target. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though the only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richard's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richard typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richard or Richter after being involved in a previous case. What? Ursula Heron Agency. Richter Kai's private investigation firm in Kamata, Ota City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency, but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed at the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with an A, thus the Ursula Heron Agency. Wonder how is that arranged in Japanese? Was established. However, it is questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an azure heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a pet and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. If there is a symbolic connection to be made here, it has surely been lost on all but Richter himself. Private investigation, also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates their own agency. Although there are no formal qualifications necessary to become a private investigator, many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. At a glance, private investigations firm and inquiry officers might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigation. Inquiry officers specializing in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in telling persons of interest and gaining information surreptitiously. Oh, what a word. Okay. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out, and the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the curse you need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. I was already there in my head, as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh beckons and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they are carrying fine. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'll see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me anyway. Good grief, talk about our spanner in the book. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we have come from and where we are going. That might be a good idea. Think. Is there anything? After investigation. That's what you hired me for, man. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone and I've come up with a grand total of... 1 lead. So you said. As far as police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I managed to make some headway. I remember, you were just about to tell me. A kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Haruya Shigima's son Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme. But when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruya reached a breaking point. Swelled by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Yet another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in Sumida's river. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Some interest. Shuichi Shigima, elementary school student. The only son of Haruya Shigima, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Yeah, I think I already read those. So. But the investigation. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. I'll tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision. Alright? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's call back to, let's see, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the call was coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice can also be heard during the killer's call. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Sumichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house. It's likely that he was abducted by car on his route, or maybe, but exactly, Suichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into the car with a stranger. That's true. I was very firm about it. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there weren't any witness to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into the car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say that they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual routine? Oh, this seems a little far-fetched. Let's raise the question. How did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper might just have gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? Write a passage, huh? I read about that in a occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book show up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the right can be found somewhere in Honju. I remember the first time you told me about it. I felt like my prayers have been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I have done something differently, Suichi would be alive. You can't blame yourself, man. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that is why you're after the right. Yes, I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant for you. But, and this is a big but, if this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's so saying. A shame, huh? That's all. I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curses bearer, then your detective skills will come in handy useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue there? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. Is that so, is it? Yeah, oh dear, what have I got myself into? Guest table, I don't know where father got this whole thing from, but I never like it. If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands today, yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers, I only need you to find them. I won't be party to a murder, man, not even for a client. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry man, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them. I see, they realize you were so stubborn. Let me say though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. So as you're not killing anyone with your own hand, maybe I can help you out. Oh, what do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they fill it with soul dredge? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my service guilt-free. If the other curse bearer wants to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Oh, then I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, man. Just warning you before. mine. You know, I still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell me what you want. Why don't I tell you what I found, and then we can make a decision. Alright. The kidnapper managed to convince Suichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if there was somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he... Because all the adults Suichi knew had abilities. Police checked them without thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws humbler at a problem like that. But what if it was someone he knew, or rather, where the culprit disguised himself as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. Shikima family has close tie with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust him. You might be right. But surely that's not that couldn't have. Well, there is a problem with theory. You'll be surprised at how much police officer stands up. That's sort of the point after all. They are meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. Here's another interesting little bit of trivia I haven't done. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Every kid who have been warned of strangers' danger after subconsciously expect the danger of the local human adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. It's true. Wait, Shiryu Kami. Now you're getting it. They say a young one approached Suichi asking for help. What would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for credit directions, would he have gotten into the car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had the duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But Suichi believe it. Then we might have something here. And you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize that she had anything to do with the case. Alright. Before I continue, let me take a quick break and go for a stretch, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright. I'm now stretch. So, the question is, did anybody see Suichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answer. So I spent my day asking around Suichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. Thanks, VJ. 4 more hours. Oh. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure. It turns out he wanted something from me, so he asked if he could talk in private. Oh. Several hours earlier. Several hours? Alright, this should do it. There's no one around, we can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Jo no Uchi. Got it, well, Jo no Uchi, I'm all ears. Just so we are on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Suichi Shigima's kidnapping, do I have that right? Of course, what else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Ah, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger, I need your help. Huh? You excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Michio Shiraishi. Isn't that the high schooler? Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Suichi Shigima. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and let him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that is true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Woman kidnapped her child? You mean a girl? It's a high school girl, not a woman. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. What the? Yeah, you know the high school girl that we met? I'm too burned. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you have spilled the beans? Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true. Her house, it's... forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem devious enough to believe me, but I should have known that you never understand. Enough, I'll find someone else to help me. Guess he also probably died. Hey! So, he didn't get much out of it then, right? And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At that time, I thought this mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find the girl... A curse or no curse, if she was with Suichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Jonoichi. He's a teacher at Komakata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? And this schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Okay, nothing. Still gotta talk. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about the curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. You'll need to be ready. The curses makes their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. If that sounds sensible. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter in their person, is that right? That is right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just stick one into your target's pocket, and say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you are there. They won't even know what hit them. Maybe I just won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'll have to do what I say. Threats could work, but although without any proof, it will come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter light here. We could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. I see. You're an odd one, ma'am. If you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just a curse. You flatterer. At last we got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we are looking for. As for what to do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Okay? No. Right then, have you decided what you want me working on? Investigate the kidnapping, help me with the right. Oh dear. So there's 2 different paths, huh? Yes, investigate the kidnapping. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son. Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my effort on looking into the kidnapping. Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers? Huh, alright. I see how it is. Well, I'll be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, then I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. Alright? There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that is all, I should be going. Ooh. Interesting. He told her not to go out, but she went out. A nice thought. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting clapper, Haraya Shikima is determined to use the Rite of Resurrection by stealing the remaining cursed stone. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other cursed bearers. 1 a.m. Sheesh. It's always in the middle of the night. Shikima Mansion reception room. Okay, she's still inside the mansion. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'll call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait and wait. MJ helps her. Yeah, Michael Jackson, right? Not the Mary Jane Watson. Should I put the record on? No, it's too late for that. I'm not in the mood for music anyway. The flowers put me at ease just a little. That old hanging scroll. I've seen it too often to feel anything from it now. Got to think of it, I never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. It's a fax machine, ready to find a use for it. I don't know anybody else who owns one. Okay. There's nothing on at this hour. I see no point in turning it on. The king seems so loud, it just goes to show how quiet it is. What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests, I hardly ever read myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. No, it's not like I have anything better to do. Look at society articles. It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it makes my eyes water. Eventually people started getting sick and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smoke. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into the era of large corporation. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are healthy. The dollar's down from its height, and people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much the standards of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car and television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever. Culture article. Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming out with all kinds of new diversions. It seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now we have these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug straight into our television. Nintendo. Everyone is talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. But now it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore. Well, you're like in your 30s, right? Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. The country has gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce though. The new generation is rebelling, schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore, you only remind me of him. Television article. I don't really watch much television. I feel as if like all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. My father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping. Back when it happened, I was glad about that, less fuss. Now the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to the other genres. The occult seems very popular at the moment. Look at all the paranormal specials. I hear the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds, mockingbirds I think it's called. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trend seems to have such a short shelf life now, with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. It's young people who are leading the way. With their modern worldviews, my generation will only fall further behind. Although if everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only dream of home ownership. The city center is going to be nothing but apartments before long. Huh. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. If there's one thing Honjo never wants for, is horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore, not since last year. It brings back bad memory. Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure. Huh? What? But... No, this can't be right. Her name? Michio Shiraishi from Komakata High School? Huh. It can't be. Wow. I'm waiting for Rocker to contact me, but he hasn't. Make sure the receiver is on the hook. He'll ring as soon as he calls. Ah! That must be him. Yeah, just ignore the phone call. You just keep ringing, isn't it? Can do nothing. Answer. Hello? Shikima residence. Komakata Bridge. Oh, is that why she goes out? Because he found something. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komakata Bridge. Stretch and hydrate. There we go. Yeah, I already stretched earlier. Oh. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Well, it was eating. Wow. You've been eating for that long, really? Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what your Honjo folks pictures when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, should have guessed. This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed river marked where our world met the next. Huh? So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was found, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. The same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Ryokoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Mineki. And just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. Slow rivers. And as it turns from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So if I have this right, are you saying that the Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly, that's where the resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and the curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that will make this spot we're standing now, right over the water, the borders between life and death. And if there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking out loud, man. Well, it's a nice thought. Okay. A Class A river that is part of the Arakawa River system, which runs through much of eastern Tokyo and empties into Tokyo Bay. During the Edo period, Sumita's riverbanks play a key role in the transportation of lumber used for construction. In addition to its logistical importance, it is also a place for the common folk to gather and enjoy activities, such as seasonal flower viewing or river bathing, and there exist many woodblock prints depicting such activities. The area became plagued with sewage issue when the surrounding environs were industrialized in the post-war period, but the situation has improved since. Many unique bridges span the Subida River, including the Ryokoku and Atsuma Bashi Bridge, LKPJ, which attracts a large number of visitors as sightseeing spots. Massive firework displays in the summer are also always sure to draw a crowd. The river has served as a cornerstone for both the city and its people, having both aided in its development and serving as an inspiring backdrop for countless works of art and literature. Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. It must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that, although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, that part that was left would have an identifiable scar, and that they could tell it had been a murder, and from the blade marks on the bones. Huh? Wait, are you talking about the Nejima murders? So you have heard of it? I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then, I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. Nejima murders. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murders of a female high school student. First came to the attention of the authorities where part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student, as it appears to have been severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be a part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish or shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual firework festivals to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in the recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the streets and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decides that she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, elbows, her knees, working his ways inwardly, slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. The ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returned to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of this action shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima already divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me, I know it was wrong." In the end, police could extract nothing more from him than an expression of remorse. Although the efficiency of his method strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidences ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life imprisoned. At his first hearing, sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Fumichika Nejima. To be honest, it was all but a bit of footler. A way for chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They say the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to the sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny, everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seems to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy target for bad people. And a lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. Huh? You see, back then, if you chop a body up into tiny pieces and throw it into the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. No murder so far? Yeah, because this is still at the beginning. Beginning is usually there's a lot of like talk and explaining like what's the story and going on. He was so methodical about it. It couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murderers in the end, but the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind and they started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand Ooh. What? The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They say it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Najima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. Huh. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. There's more. Sumida River. I have nothing but awful memories of it. Okay, that's finally done. Surrounding. We are on Komakata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. One of the bridges spanning the Sumida River. Completed in 1927 as part of the reconstruction effort following the Great Kanto earthquake. It is notable both for its distinctive blue arches and the cutting edge for the time technique used in its construction. There are many bridges stretching across the Sumida River, each boasting a unique structural form and design. Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. He's gazing down the water. At the water. Oh, I guess. You go first. Please, go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to 7 mysteries looking for the curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park. I asked him for direction, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the question right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Okay. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Wadi Getsui Street. There's no question about this one, he had one of the cursed stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dredge, I bet he'll make a good target. Next up is a pair, a young man and a woman I saw around Ryokoku Bridge. This time the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. The same strategy. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often, looking for kindred spirits, would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Low volume guy, more like no volume guy, you know. You just turn off the voice. Gathering soul tracks in a group might be a decent idea if you can make it work. But with the thing being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folks one can trust. I still don't know who that woman is though. Working in a pair. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Ah, then the detective. Last is the 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say is that when you're in this business, there's some faces you get to know. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye. He found all of them in so little time. I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, PI. No, wait, make that Richter Kai Investigator Extraordinaire. My Investigator Extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself? You bet. An Investigator Extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sounds most promising, am I right? Whichever we pick is still too early to make a move. Seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still some others we don't know about. I say we'll hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, they'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. There's something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, let go Michio Shiraishi. The one who was with Suichi on the day of the kidnapping? That's her, well... She's dead. She's what? Student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that happened. Never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason John Oichi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? Seems like we are back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'll put my money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Here to take a guess? I guess I couldn't say. Can't say for certain, but... with murder, with a blackmail. Or with blackmail, I'll say. What if Mr. Jonoshi says Michio Shiraishi with blackmail? What do you think? Exactly my thinking. Wow, I'm so good at this. I got it right. Junichi knew about Miss Shiraishi's connection to the kidnapping. And he used that to blackmail her into doing his bidding. He made her feel so trapped, she took her own life to escape. That's my read on it. How despicable. Where did I hear the unique wink sound? Oh, I don't know. I think that's the sound cue for like getting the answers correct, right? Really? Well, it's just a theory. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jonoichi. Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. So I just gonna put it away. Smart cookie. Is something wrong? Not really, it just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. 1 point to Ravenclaw. Ah, sheesh. Speaking of Ravenclaw, that reminds me of what is that? Hogwarts Legacy. Well, I had fun playing it, so I don't mind. And I like it so much that I even like 100% it. Speaking of 100%, I think I can easily also like 100% the you know, the duck game. I just gotta do it fast. Because I look at the achievement. One of them is say you just gotta clear the whole stage in under 6 minutes. And I was like, I think just slightly over. Actually no, I think more than that. Yeah. You just gotta go around like shoot all the ducks very quickly. So yeah, I think after playing through the first time, like you already know sort of like where the location of all the ducks, then you'll be quite quick. Okay, yo, Alpha. How's it going? Good to see you. Are you looking forward to the long weekend? Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Only if they found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right, I'm impressed you know so much. Heck yeah. Have you got any plans for the long weekend, Alpha? All the well effort just to be clear with 6 minutes. I think the game was meant to be like a fun little side project, I'm pretty sure. You know. The developers, I'm pretty sure they're cooking like something else. It's meant to be like a showcase of like, I think what they're working on or something, like the duck game. No? So you're just gonna chill and I don't know, catch up on gaming and stuff? What are you playing now? Are you playing Claire Obscure? You know that quote-unquote indie like turn-based RPG that everybody is raving about? Not yet? Oh, so you are planning to play it. I think it's wait, it's not on the Game Pass, is it? Okay, so you have the game. Right, you just haven't started. It is on Game Pass, okay. Right. Yeah, I think a lot of people are playing it on Game Pass. But having said that, they said like they've already sold 2 million copies of the game. So, you know, a lot of people are buying the game too. So looks like it's yeah. Finally like people are slowly like appreciating, I guess, turn-based combat. But it's not exclusively turn-based though, because during combat you still gotta like parries and stuff, so you gotta be pretty good at those like things too. So it's not like a walk in the park when it comes to combat. Yeah, so that kind of puts it in with like, you know, a unique sort of spin to it. It's not something like, you know, how normally JRPG you can just grind and over level and then you just breeze through pretty much like all the fights except like the boss. So yeah, I reckon it'll be quite challenging though. Well, Legend of Dragoon more active. Yeah, I guess which is kind of good, right? Like because otherwise turn-based would be quite boring. But yeah, I'll probably get to it eventually, once I get through a lot of my other games that I'm playing. Oh yeah, Alpha, have you claimed like all the free games that Epic Game Store has been giving out since last week? Like Dead Island was free last week. But this week I think it's like Sifu and a couple of other games. You have? Alright, cool. Yeah. It's nice that they are giving away like games again. And it's not even Christmas. And Christmas will be another round, which is like, you know, their usual time of giving away like lots of good stuff. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodations. Oh really? So what are you playing now, Alpha? Since you say like you're not playing Claire Obscure or Expedition 33 yet. They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. Helldivers, Marvels, all the live services. Helldivers has got a new update, isn't it? And Marvel as in like Marvel Rivals? And Guilty Gears. Okay. Fighting games too. Yeah, how's the Helldivers update? Is it good? And is there anything new in Marvel Rivals? It's just new characters, isn't it? Like, I don't think in terms of content wise, like, it would have changed much. It's really good. So what did they do? Did they add like more planets or another faction or something that you have to like fight against? But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' record a secret for everyone but their employers. They even give particular notorious criminals new identities so that they won't be recognized in the workplace. Oh. Marvel will get a new characters in a few days. I see. Yeah, but it's just gonna be like new characters, isn't it? Like, you know, it's still like a team-based sort of like hero shooters. And there's no change to like the gameplay when it comes to that kind of stuff. The Illuminate. Wow. So what do they do? How different are they from the previous one? Like the robots, right? That they added, the first one. My. The way you put it. It's like you're saying Fumichika Nechima could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nejima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. They're kinda a mix of both bugs and bots. Oh, okay. Like what? Stronger, enhanced version or something of the two? But yeah, I guess it's probably still fun, like, you know, just to, I guess, mess around and play with your friends or something. With that kind of game. Like, I've always been keen on checking it out, but I'm just afraid to commit to like another live service, you know. Live service game is always like, takes out a lot of your time, unfortunately, if you don't want to like miss out on anything. But then again, I think Helldivers have made it in such a way that all their battle pass stuff is all like what do you call that, earnable, isn't it? Like they won't ever expire, so you won't have any fear of missing out at all. So even if I were to pick up the game, say 2 or 3 years down the road, you know, and play it, and for as long as I put in the number of time playing it, I can earn whatever reward I want from the battle pass. So nothing is like limited time only kind of thing. So it's a bit different from a lot of the other live service games, which is good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Like I really don't mind getting it in the future if say like I really feel like playing it, or if I have friends that want to play together, something. Yeah, because at the moment like none of my friends are really playing it. I mean, a couple of them probably try a little bit at the beginning, but they didn't really like stick around for too long. It was on sale. I think it goes on sale quite often, but it's still not cheap enough for my liking though. I want to wait for it to be like half price or something, then maybe I will seriously consider it. Because right now, even when it's on sale, it's like still $40 or $45. Yeah, it's not that cheap. But when it's like $30, then you know, that's when it starts getting a little bit more tempting. So yeah. But yeah, just another month or so, it will be summer sale again, so lots of games will go on sale. So I think that's when I will probably pull like the trigger on a lot of them. Yeah, but I did get like a few games like last month as well, so you know. So yeah, I'll never run out of games to play, let's just put it that way. And this was one of them that I got from the Square Enix sale. And this was, I think, less than $20. So yeah, it was pretty cheap. It's like a visual novel with like horror, Japanese theme. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komakata High School a while ago when I saw someone. Oh. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima. Huh? Oh. He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remember too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. Huh. So, what's next? The big question now is what's the rest of the curse bearers are up to? Luckily, the Sumita River is a good distance for any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Suspend? Oh, is this the end of the path or something? There's nothing else I can do here, right? So I said suspend. We cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Okay. As typical as it is, you know, this is how you play through like the story. Okay, so we can't get through there yet. Guess we'll go with the inspector. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, a chief inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, First Investigative Division, was investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scenes of the incident in the former Yasuda Gardens with his alternate June email. Gotta go, have a good night. Yeah, no worries, man, Kev. Thanks for, lurking and hanging around. Have a good night and, have a good rest of the week. And I'll see you when you stream next time. Yeah. Alright. Let's start this. 11 PM. Oh, so this is a little bit earlier than most of the rest. Hey boss, forensic is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it will get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing, but I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you know that? Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perv is. Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Oh, but you know, I heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Ouija board. Supposedly you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometimes, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve a case by moving a coin around a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We gotta be open-minded. If that's how police work is gonna be from now on. Don't make me laugh. Spirit board. Due to the occult craze, divination has become popular among young boys and girls. All one need is a coin and a piece of paper with letters and numbers written on it. Using these, all one has to do is ask a question and call upon a spirit. And you move the coin in answer. It is believed to be a tool that was adopted from Western spiritualism and molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. Though it is considered a form of divination, the ritualistic nature of this usage can cause self-hypnosis or autosuggestion, leading to hallucination or symptoms similar to spirit possession. Many schools banned these spirit boards after there were several cases of students sneaking into school at night, in addition to stories of people having seizures when using the board. Okay. Listen up, Ariel. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this. I'll get them, I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weakens our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Huh? Now? It's getting late. I figure we'll head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we gathered. And what better place to do than here at the scene of the crime where we can soak up the atmosphere. Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like that. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here, cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye, boss. I've got a bad feeling about this case and my gut is really wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. This is where the victim was found. It's, it's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of the daimyo estate back in the Edo period. What became city's property a number of years ago underwent extensive renovation. There's not a soul around this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. This pond, they say it used to flow into Sumida River, but the river became so polluted they cut it off. Jun Erio, the detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, First Investigative Division, is ranked as sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he graduated from rookie to a newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Haha, yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true. Why this park again? Because we are investigating. We are playing from a different perspective now. Are you on Monhan or something, PJ? Happy as I am to hear that. Well, how should I put it? What is it? If that is true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that. So eating your early birthday cake. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, PJ. I didn't know. Okay. So, your parents bought like a cake for you? That's nice. I thought it would be like tomorrow. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Yeah, I get it. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, really? Funny, I've been wowed by you too. If you have to go out to office tomorrow? Yeah, but I mean, like, you can celebrate when you come back home, right? Like for dinner and all that. Or unless, like, you already have plans to, I guess, go out with your colleague, I guess. I've been wowed by your shrewd detective ability. Okay, can't progress. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found a victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. No plan? Really? They probably were surprised you or something. Well, there were no obvious external wounds. The fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. This is a police officer? Well, I guess he's wearing casual, not like uniform. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that's about sum things up. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real, I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we needed an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Okay. Hajime Yoshimi, Community Safety Officer. He was primarily responsible for juvenile education cases. He held the rank of head patrol officer and entered the force the same time as Junior Emil. But Junior was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experience to connect with the troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance in the email suggested a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal and caring man at heart. Looked up to as big brother by his peer, Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases. But his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée who he had been dating since high school. Fiancée, huh? Wait, Yoshimi! Yoshimi! This is the husband. What? Really? Where's the... Isn't it? Feels like listening test. Oh, what? As in me reading the whole thing? Wait, I thought... Oh, sorry, it's a Shikima family. Not Yoshimi then. Alright, it's not him. I thought that was the husband. So it's someone else. My bad. Oh, okay. Interestingly, you suddenly have the badge. Did you just sub to me or something? Like, because before that, like even if you look at the chat, right? Like yeah, okay, so you did just sub, but the notification didn't come up though. Okay, that is strange. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, thanks for the sub, you know. Now you get to enjoy the all my emotes. Because you turn it off? Oh, is that so? Like you just disable it from your, like, the display, right? Is it in the chat? Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. You don't want exploding emos? Ah, okay. In this creepy game. Wow, how considerate, PJ. But yes, thank you for the sub. The real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you? How come they all love to make that that mouth, the lip thing? So many things. Wait, no, not this one. This one doesn't get me anywhere but the occult. So all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? See, he loves making that. I don't know why. What are you talking about? The rite of resurrection thing that everyone is talking about. No, not you two. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That is surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe. Ah, cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever or that records of fate. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that, seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died. Whoops, did he just spill the beans? He actually said it right. The Rite of Resurrection. Yeah, because we are playing as him now. He's actually also another curse bearer. Bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy, is not real. Okay, so he doesn't quite believe it. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. Looks like he had a heart attack of some sort. From what we've seen though, it appears some kind of acute heart failure, yeah. But since he had no records of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If you can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only thing Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallets in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the rank quickly. Sounds like the perv would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. But the boss? Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but it's all up to the higher ups. I'm sure they got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it. The only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that. If you pick up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it, Ariel. No, but you have to go and get yourself killed. I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that would be a sight to see. I can't wait. Yeah, you can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you. Time of death was around 11 PM 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning, yesterday. Bro red flag himself. Yeah, I mean like he's just he's a younger guy, right? He just loves to say things. 11 PM the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that it'll be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. Not red, but death flag. Oh, you mean like the guy that died? Or you mean him, like Aviel? That would of course be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? He came here to hide something, someone caught him here. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. We don't know. Everyone is sussy. Oh well. You know what would be funny? Is that all the curse bearer die eventually, just like the first guy, like Shoko. And since it seems like someone else was here with him, could they have caught him here? Oh, that seems likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. Perth must have planned something. And you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to depart with the intent to kill him? Okay, so we hear that chime, right? So meaning we are on the right track. Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the Perth tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from the Kita Senju in Adachi City. But Hajime's parents died a long time ago. They live there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised, it's this huge old looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. Engaged? He's been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? The Woman of Truth. He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. And that's so, how terrible for her. But she may know if there had been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancé may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamezawa last week. High school girl? Ah yeah, I did hear about it. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komakata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she's been in trouble for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure that there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem and there was nothing else he could do. And now that she's dead, then it's possible that he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. We have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right, let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow too. And what was the other case he was working? This one is also related to Komakata High School high student. Pardon me? A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seemed to be the leader of a group of kids who gets up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault, and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school got its problem. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. But so she's finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure that Sumida Community Safety Bureau does the job. But, we couldn't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl has something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Ah yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they actually let us talk to them. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish chow on them, if they need convincing. Ah yeah, I'm sure they'll prefer me over a scary looking old man like you, boss. Hey, watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Oh, I thought I was. You were? Shit. This is just how your generation speaks. You really are a new breed. Yeah, it's probably just me, actually. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyway, boss. Were you even listening? We got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the two Komagata High School case that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Okay. Notes on Hajime Yoshimi. Body found at former Yasuda Garden. Estimated death 2 days prior, approximately 11 AM. Cause of death, acute heart failure, chaos unknown, cause unknown, signs of a struggle found on the scene. Effort to locate witness underway. Body discovered by groundskeeper, currently investigating fiancé of the deceased and the two female student from Komagata High School, and the deceased are contact with as person of interest. Okay. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden? It's just I never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it, that's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressure young officers to get married. I wonder why is that? They don't say anything like that though. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago. Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she gave up a guy like you. I was never home much, too focused on work. I'll come home late and to get called right back out again. Plus being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with all that. How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? Was already too late by then. You better be careful, Eddie. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it. Not unless they are involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean it that... I mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Sheesh, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's, well, she'll be a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. This guy. Stop that! What kind of cop are you? Making baseless assumption like that. She's living on her own though. You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you, probably because she knows you follow her around everywhere. I would not, I don't think. Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you should have a soft side. What? That's supposed to be a compliment I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder. Yeah, you know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. Oh, that was just... Cracking the case, finding the guy was all that just happenstance. I really did not think about it. It was a disturbing case. It did not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy. It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If he had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at now. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right, we didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime would have been there first, but we may have stuck. We may chicken Echima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmate. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. That's why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh god! What is that? Uh-oh. Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. Damn it! It was that case all along. Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Gah! A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Falsehood under darkness. Oh. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the evergreen beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Press the use curse button when someone lies to you. The volume guy again? No, it's not the volume guy, right? Is it? Is it the volume guy? I don't think so, right? No, that's the Whispering Canal. I think this one is different. This is Evergreen Beach. Yeah, it's different. It's different curse. Because only like one curse for each curse bearer, so they all have different ability. The murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, Korosi. Okay, here it curse bearer, so it's the same. You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Boss! Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you already went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel? Yes? Some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like all of you will be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. We can continue that. So if there's a crack, means like we can't progress or something. Or that has ended. Well, surprised that you didn't redeem, but I'll do it. Stretch. You can save your points. Oh, this is getting very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see, 10:20. Well, we can continue. For one more. You change to your phone. Why are you lying down now? You can still like redeem from your phone. It's the same, isn't it? Just click on the channel point thing and we can just scroll and look for it. I probably have too many like redemption now, isn't it? Yeah, all the blood. So me and Jun are sorting through the facts of the scene of Officer Hajime Yoshimi's mysterious death. Susumi denies the existence of the right of resurrection until the curse of echoes of the Evergreen Beach appears before them. It's alright. Like I say, you save your points. And now you redeem first. Congrats on getting the first. Still at the park. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists. Guess I redeemed this. And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area. Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the off-take. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. I'm never silly. The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser, not used to admitting you were wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen. Ooh. Now it's his turn to explain. You don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening. You don't have time to waste. We'll walk. We'll talk as we walk. Hey, wait for me, boss. The music suddenly starts. Oh, we're going to different places now. Yokoku Bridge. Yokoku Bashi. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This is a side effect of your senility. It's the truth, not like I can prove it though. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. Ooh, he's in a special department, huh? Shucks, how come the music is so loud? Okay, how is that? But this is an emergency, I need his help. I'll tell him. Think. Talk. Much better. Yeah, I have to lower it. I don't know why the music is so loud. He's not stupid, but he sure can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. Not sharing it with anyone. No sharing it with anyone. Right, you can trust me not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe you actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm sure it came as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the high-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. Oh no, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agency and stuff. Are you serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seems a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me. Come on boss, do you really... You only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing. Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural. Let's see. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affair Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist with the cases, including Mio Kurotsuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigation into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Susumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a name called Kuiru Nakagoshi. He was born into a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosucho's mentor since discovering her. Kuiru is a elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually of flesh and blood at all. He is seen in his office usually occupied by a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white frasa and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to a bizarre sense of police officer unless reporting the finding to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Interesting. Okay, let's see. So, do you know, have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope, never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'll be a lightweight at best. 1 beer and I'm down for the count. Oh, So how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense, like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. Though it helped get the point across. Oh, Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss. At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you are born with. It's tough to level it later on. What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it isn't so. Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front line. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training. Yikes, that seems like you'll be in violation of Article 69 of the Labour Standard Act. Very nice. 69. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even the occult field has workers' rights issue. Huh. Okay. So, what do we do now? We got this rite of resurrection, and the curse echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. The curses being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency. Is that bad? I'll put it this way, it's like handing out guns all over towns. Jeez, that's real bad. It is, so we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that will be a job for Paranormal Affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself, say it'll be fine since I have some experience. Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means... Yep, you gotta help me, partner. Alright, let's do this. So you're a bit too eager to dive into all of this. You really have no reservation working a case you know nothing of. You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss. You really are something. Yeah, it might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. So, what exactly do we do? If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people who have the others should all be in here in town. Right, so if there's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there. And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If you can, we should find and collect all the curse stones. But boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you are a curse bearer too? Pretty much. We can't let that happen. So, should you even be out here right now? Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mysteries of the one-sided reed is associated with Yokoku Bridge. I was hoping we'll be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearers. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave. That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are. But it's possible that if other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious. Look, that means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case, why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us the whole time? Oh no, your favorite guy, PJ. What do you know? There is someone there. Good luck. Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. Yep. The sound guy. The voice guy. Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things. Mr. Yutaro Namigaki, that's your name, correct? Yes, I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective? Did something happen? But the woman is nowhere to be seen though. Ah, crap. What did I miss? Oh, right. Lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying. So, what to make of this guy? Time to turn your voice volume down again. Maybe we don't need it. Let's see. If this were a normal case, I'll be fine letting him take the reins, but curses are involved here. We should take over. Boss, let's talk to this guy. Okay. Yeah, look around. The man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly, we need to be careful with this guy. So what is it that you were doing here? Ah, it must be the incidents of the former Yasuda Gardens, that policeman. I can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise. Huh. Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Breach? Answers my question. Wow, the 7 mysteries haunt you, right? Why do you ask? I was just looking for it. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it. If it's the Evergreen Beach you're after, you'd be better off looking around the former Yasuda Gardens than here. Oh, you know a lot about this. But that's what I thought. Detectives, you have the curse stones of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? You? How did you know? Hello, you idiot! Yeah, it was much easier than expected. Oh crap, sorry. You're a simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intention of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look. This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion. That's right, but are you sure about this? I'm not so rash that I'll kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer, not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detective? You don't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Oh, we can use the curse already. Boss? Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably, too. Oh, you're a curse bearer. So please be careful. Fortunately, I don't think he knows which one of us is the curse bearer yet. If we play things right, we should be okay. If he is a curse bearer, he'll only be talking to us to try to activate his curse. I have to be wary of anything he asks me to do. I could tackle him and pin him into the ground, but that might have something to do with his curse. And his slip of the tongue could get us killed. I have to try to discern what activates his curse. So what do I do? But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. Huh? This is my curse stone, the Evergreen Beach, just like you thought. What? What, boss? What would you tell him? As for how the curse works... Boss, are you having another senile moment? If you tell him that it hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell, I understand. Well, really? That's super useful. I see. Understood. That's pretty useful power for a detective. Now then, let's talk. Damn, seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks then, I'll be honest with you. Okay, kill you. So far so good. There's someone I want to bring back, so I like your assistant in collecting soul drugs. Can't help you. Please, all you have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are. Sorry, but as a police officer, I just can't look the other way and let you go. Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well. Is that a threat? No. Yes. He's lying. He's always lying. This guy always lies. It's your final warning. I cursed the food washing mansion. Do you really think you could escape it just being careful? Didn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul drugs anyway. Wait, Namigaki. The food washing mansion is a powerful curse and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet. Eddie, get out of here, hurry! I'll find you later. What? Okay. Too late, hear the voice of my curse echo. The voice of this curse echo. This voice, this is, yep. Alright, I guess I have to lower it again. Seize. And I'll be put back to the screen. My, since they arrived at less of a... Believe you may be aware of a way to escape Utaro's curse. Try again. Very well. You have to let everyone die? Yeah, but because it's that there's like an achievement to let everyone die. It's like, okay, I'll let everyone die. Okay, no voice. How is it? It's really early. Nothing. Why is all my curse echo working? Impossible, this has never happened. What's happening? I don't hear anything. Edio, now, grab him! Right. You get them. Yeah, damn it. What's here? His curse stone. Good, give it to me. Ooh, now we got 2 curse stones. Alright, let's guess we can put the volume back again. Damn it, why? What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you, you can consider that assault of a police officer. There you go, all we need is the stone. How could this happen? Why write a resurrection? Give it up, the ride was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning wherever you lost the right way. Now get out of here. Damn it. Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss? They even have voice in the first place. That's true. I mean, like, the voice thing is only for that curse. It'd probably be dead if he activated his curse. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but something stopped his curse from. Was you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt? Yeah, the curse on this one is flowing into me now. Oh no. I saw what activates the curse of the foot washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. Oh. Ah, I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the 7 mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something. What did you see? Let's save that for later. All we need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it away from him quickly. Whew. Foot washing. Well, that makes 1 stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mystery as well. It's still dark. Maybe we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. Seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they love me in paranormal affairs. So yes, pretty gifted at all, after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Okay, it's at the end of this chapter. Oh, it is. Okay. Alright, I think 2.5 hours here. I think I should stop here, because otherwise, like, might go on for a little bit longer. I don't know how long that would be. Yeah. Alright. I guess, yeah, I'll wrap it up here. So it's been fun. And I will come back on Thursday and, yeah, continue this game. Tomorrow I'll take a break and do some other stuff. So yeah, what's your plan now, PJ? Are you gonna stay up until, like, midnight to count down at all? Yeah, no worries, man. I had fun. This game is it's nice to play. You don't think so? What? Are you gonna hit the patch soon? Because you're going to the office tomorrow, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's better to sleep early. I should sleep early too. Yeah, but before that, I need to get some things done before I can go and sleep. But yeah, alright. That'll be all for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Take care, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.